for humans as well.
iHuman, coming soon on Al Jazeera.
Israel's war machine is decimating entire households in Gaza. In the words of those who survived and with the help of Palestinian journalists,
Your top stories this evening, sponsored by Courts Bringing Value Home. United States to provide support to Guyana to tackle illegal gun trade. Give up evil, be fervent in prayer, and draw closer to God is the message as the Muslim community celebrated Eid. Buxton Fowles, NDC chair, says residents affected by flooding as government continues to play politics. And the Ministry of Health honors blood donors on World Blood Donor Day. HGP Nightly News begins now. Evening to our viewers here in Guyana and online. I'm Aletha Grant with the Monday, 17th June 2024 edition of the HGP Nightly News. We will tell you at this hour that keep making sacrifices, give up evil, change your bad habits, be fervent in prayer, and draw closer to God is the message from Maulan Badruddin Khan as the Muslim community observed Eid-ul-Adha 2024. Antonio Day spoke with the Islamic scholar and filed this report.
Brothers and sisters, when we actually lay the animal on the ground to cut its neck, what we must put behind our minds is we're not cutting the physical neck of an animal, but we're actually cutting the evil, the wickedness that exists inside of us.
That was Maulana Badruddin Khan during an exclusive interview with Nightly News on the significance of Eid-ul-Adha. Taking this newscast through the prehistoric concepts of Eid-ul-Adha, Maulana Khan recounted the significance of the festival of the sacrifice, also known as Qurbani.
That act that he did, we as Muslims, we consider to be an act that will bring a person close to the Almighty, because it is as a result of the test of faith at that time. This also is mentioned in the Bible, and we can find it here. It demonstrates the love the love for God Almighty.
Maulana Khan added that the Prophet Ibrahim was so willing to sacrifice his son that even the devil encouraged him to disobey God and not follow his instructions.
And that's the reason why it's part of the Hajj that Ibrahim, what he did, he picked up a stone, this is also mentioned in the Bible, and he threw it on the devil and said, move away from here. You cannot stop me from obeying the command of Allah.
Eid-ul-Adha, which falls on the 10th of Dhul-al-Hijjah, the 12th and final month in the Islamic calendar, marks the culmination of the Hajj, also known as the pilgrimage, rites at Mina near Mecca. During the festival, Muslim families that can afford to sacrifice ritually acceptable animals such as sheep, goat, camel, or cow do so and then divide the meat amongst themselves. And they give to the poor, their friends, and their neighbors. However, the Islamic leader further explained the blessings of performing their qurbani, or the sacrifice of the animal.
The sacrifice that we make, we divide the meat into 3 portions. 1 portion you keep for yourself. For example, you do a ram and it's 30 pounds. Then 10 pounds you keep for yourself that you can use. 10 pounds you give to your family, your friends, your neighbors, and the other 10 pounds must go to the poor and the needy.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News and wishing Guyana and the Muslim community happy Eid-ul-Adha.
Thank you, Antonio. Meanwhile, President Irfan Ali, in his Eid message to the Muslim community, said the festival of the sacrifice is not only central to the Islamic faith, but also offers universal lessons of compassion, generosity, and solidarity that are relevant to all Guyanese. The president said as Eid is observed, it is a reminder of the importance of helping our neighbors and supporting the less fortunate. The community is fulfilling a fundamental aspect of its faith. The president's message went on to say that it also builds a community rooted in empathy, support, and mutual respect. His message concluded by calling on all to embrace the spirit of Eid-ul-Adha by reaching out to those in need, extending a hand of friendship across all cultural and religious divides, and working together to build a more compassionate and cohesive society. Undersecretary for Arms Control and International Security in the United States government on Friday said the U.S. is committed to working with Guyana and CARICOM to tackle the illegal trade. More details from Daisy Richards.
Bonnie Jenkins, Undersecretary for Arms Control and International Security on Friday, said that the security partnership between the United States and Guyana continues to expand and the nations will continue to work together to tackle regional and international challenges.
In my meetings with the Prime Minister Phillips, Brigadier Khan, and Jerry Govea, we discussed our commitment to work with Guyana to reducing violence in the Caribbean and decreasing the illegal traffic of arms under the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative.
Jenkins said the illegal gun trade remains a topical issue and is pleased that Guyana and the U.S. has decided to work with CARICOM to curb the illegalities.
We recognize the concern that the government and individuals here have about the illegal guns. I can say that, we are working very closely with Guyana to try to address this issue. We're also working closely with CARICOM.
She added that with the recent crackdown on illegal arms, greater efforts will be made to address what is a major concern for all Guyanese.
Try to figure out how do we address this issue and make sure they don't get in the hands of those who should not be having those arms.
The Undersecretary for Arms Control and International Security, who arrived in Guyana on June 13, where she also met with CARICOM, underscored the U.S.'s commitment to arms control, non-proliferation of the gun trade, and international security. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thank you, Daisy. In this Antonio Days report, you will hear that Chairman of the Buxton Falls Neighborhood Democratic Council, NDC, Walston Martins, is calling the government out for what he says is playing politics with the development of the communities that fall under the purview of the local NDC.
The chairman's remarks came in the wake of several complaints lodged by residents of South Melanie regarding their homes being flooded as a result of the poor irrigation and drainage in the area. Martins last week told this newscast that the issue has been ongoing since 2016, and as the then vice chair, he had engaged the Regional Democratic Council and other relevant bodies, but the issues remain. The chairman believes that the government continues to play politics in relation to the development of communities of Melanie, Buxton, and other villages with predominantly Guyanese of African descent. According to him, the vice president made no effort to engage him on matters affecting the community. The chairman noted that residents complained miserably to the VP regarding poor drainage in the community, but this apparently fell on deaf ears.
So when I came down here to see the vice president, he was watching Helter Skelter and making some well decision about it, not a proper sit-down conversation or whatever. The same issue. People asking about and all the vice president was concerned with is some roads people were talking about, and a lot of people spoke about drainage and nothing.
Martins made it clear that the NDC only receives $5 million in subvention, while adding that the Ministry of Local Government and Regional Development and other agencies are in good financial standing, but prefer not to render assistance.
All we need to do is to buzz the road, you understand me, and put 2 tubes in there from east to west, and we would get the water to run out in front of the public road. The government is having the apparatus and the finance to do that. The NDC don't. Mm-hmm. We only at the NDC would receive every year $5 million from the government.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
We'll be back after this break. Stay with us.
Space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical, empowering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
Krishna Roth Establishment, no job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice field pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Krishna Roth Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Celebrate Father's Day with double data from Digicel. Yes, you heard right. We're giving you twice the data for the same price, so you can share twice as many jokes, send twice as many selfies, and yes, even listen to your favorite oldies twice as long. All you need to do is activate a 7-day or longer data plan between June 14th and the 17th. Don't miss out. Activate a plan today. Dial *136 # or activate in the My Digicel app. Terms and conditions apply. Happy Father's Day from Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Welcome back. You with the HGP Nightly News. In an effort to enhance healthcare in Guyana, the Ministry of Health has teamed up with the private healthcare providers and will be distributing vouchers for persons to receive eye screening and cervical cancer tests. Find out more from Tiana Cole.
The National Eye Screening Program and the Human Papillomavirus HPV Program will be introduced by the Ministry of Health on Tuesday and Friday respectively. This follows the ministry's signing of a Memorandum of Understanding MOU with various healthcare providers to offer vouchers for eye exams and cervical cancer screenings to targeted members of the population. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony, in delivering the feature address at the signing ceremony, said the ministry will be targeting 211,000 women between the ages 21 to 65 to be screened for cervical cancer by 2030, with women receiving a voucher of $8,000.
We want to make sure that 70% of women, at least we cover that. If we can go higher, that would be great. And we are targeting women between the ages of 21 to 65. So if we can go higher than what the WHO is asking for and get to 90%, that's fine.
According to the minister, the eye care program will be executed in 2 stages. A $3,000 voucher will cover screening, and if an eye condition is found, a second voucher worth $15,000 will be given towards the purchase of a spectacle.
We're not covering the full cost because if the spectacles cost, I don't know, $20,000, $30,000, we are only contributing $15,000 to that cost, right? So we want to give them that second voucher. And when you do the screening, if you find that they have other types of problems that cannot be rectified with the spectacles, then if you identify those problems for us, whether it's cataract or something else, then we can then put them through a different program.
The minister further posited that for this to function optimally, there must be full cooperation between the ministry and the private entities. This is in relation to giving the vouchers to recipients so that payments can be processed in a timely manner.
What is also very important here is that for the first time we are working on scale with such a large private sector group. And while we don't envisage any difficulty, we would all have to work on building this relationship together.
Additionally, the minister noted that from time to time his ministry will convene meetings with entities involved at different intervals to ascertain if there are any difficulties or challenges and adequately address them.
Maybe we're not responding in time or whatever it is, that we'll be able to pick these things up and fix them before they become a major problem.
Among the partner institutions for HPV screening are Dr. Balwant Singh Hospital, Eureka Labs, and Woodlands Hospital. While for the eye screening, the vouchers will be valid at the Silver Optical, Miracle Vision Care, Regina's Optical, Quartz Optical, Optic Vision Care, Dubai Gafoor Medical and Ming's Optical, and Eye Care Guyana. Tiana Ko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The National Blood Transfusion Service has seen a significant increase in voluntary blood donors. During World Blood Donor Day observances Friday last, Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony, in honoring those who would have donated blood, also raised the awareness of the importance of donation. Carice Gonzalez reports.
In honor of World Blood Donor Day, the Ministry of Health's National Blood Transfusion Services Friday last held a ceremony at Marion Academy in Georgetown under the theme 20 Years of Celebrating Giving. Thank you, blood donors. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony, in his keynote address, highlighted that last year the blood transfusion unit saw its highest number of donors.
To counter the impact of the global rise in the cost of living, as he bragged about the 50% tax removal on fuel.
We have removed the 50% tax on fuel, which is about a $75 billion benefit to people. So we remove a ton of value-added tax. We have adjusted the freight costs for calculation of taxes.
While the Vice President attempted to convince Guyanese that the Ali-led government has taken measures to cushion the effects of the high cost of living, the opposition, during a press conference in early June, lambasted the government following an announcement by Jack Dio that they, the state, will be rolling out the approval of $7 billion Ghana dollars later this year.
The fact that we're already halfway into the year and the government has not put out those measures, has not introduced relief. They even said that they would carry out consultation as to the relief that they're going to put out. We've not seen anything really in that regard.
This was economist Elson Lowe commenting on the subject. Meanwhile, leader of the opposition, Aubrey Norton, on the other hand, opined that the utterances of the Vice President about the cost of living relief measures are unbelievable.
That money was approved when the budget was approved. And the government does this nonsense all the time. They put the money in the budget and they wait until December to give it out so that they don't have to give an increase at the end of the year.
Antonio D reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Antonio. More news after this break. Stay with us.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Number 1 world famous astrologer and psychic, Astropandit Ishwar. Astrology prediction is God's gift, passed down from generation to generation. He is specialized in the removal of black magic, negative energy, bad luck, voodoo, evil spirits, your worries, and here, special guidance for broken relationships, husband and wife disputes. Expert in bringing back loved ones,
business problems, sexual problems, children's problems, family problems, health problems, domestic problems, and many more. 100% warranted result. All matters private and confidential. Call or WhatsApp now for book on appointment. And all religions are welcome.
Smart Minds Educational Institute, offering preschool, nursery, and primary levels. Finally, a school that is every parent's dream. Located at 69 Crow Street, offering academic excellence, trained qualified teachers, small class sizes, personalized care, and one-to-one attention for your little ones. So if your child is for preschool, nursery, or primary level, come to Smart Mind, located at 69 Street, or call 231-4885 or 600-9229 to enroll now.
Hey, stop, Peter. I don't feel I don't go away when y'all know if you food, you know. Y'all got fair wash your place because I did my nails. When is somebody about there gonna make a nice cake? Is my good cake on upon the same?
Madam, I got a call from the people in the community and they said you are disturbing the peace. You're smelling up the place and you're doing something, but your food always seems to smell good.
Peace, you get it best on these things.
These things just make you cook good. I want these things and I'll carry them for evidence.
I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you. I got a call from the people in the community and they said you are disturbing the peace. You're smelling up the place and you're doing something, but your food always seems to smell good.
Peace, you get it best on these things.
These things just make you cook good. I want these things and I'll carry them for evidence.
I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you.
Was called out for
have got to be addressed, and with this comedian Barajak deal, he's nothing but a comedian. Every day he comes up with something comical. This is another of the comic books he's writing.
That was leader of the opposition Aubrey Norton on Friday during his weekly press conference after Vice President Barajaklio's comment about issuing $700,000 vouchers to parents to send their children to a private school. Norton highlighted that instead the government must pay teachers a livable wage and further improve Guyana's education system.
We need more in-class training of our children and our teachers, and we need a government that has an interest in the people of Guyana and won't come telling us nonsense about giving $700,000 to parents.
Norton went on to deem Jack Leo's e-schools comment unreasonable and unbeneficial, since every household across Guyana does not have access to internet service. He alluded to the fact that Guyana's constitution guarantees citizens the right to free education.
And to tell us that you are going to, well, I don't know where he got the figure 700,000 from, that he was going to give that 700,000 to parents, them to go to school. It's ridiculous.
Further challenging Jack Leo's comment, Norton pointed out, should government consider that option, the private system would be unable to accommodate all students from the public school system. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
The Ministry of Health is currently developing an electronic health record system that will provide smart cards to citizens who use the public health care system. Deanna Cole filed that report.
Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony has assured that before the end of 2024, his ministry will be rolling out aspects of his electronic health record system. Anthony said government is hoping that every Guyanese that uses the public health care system would have a smart card, which will contain their medical history.
You're the owner of your information, you would give people access to your information. Right, so you swipe your card, the medical history comes up, so that somebody would know what treatment you're on, meds you've been using. Because right now, as you would know, when people come into the clinics and you ask them some of these things, they're not sure.
The minister stressed that while it is a very elaborate process, 14 companies have since expressed interest in providing a smart card, and following a technical evaluation, the number was narrowed down to 4. The 4 companies are now going through phase 2 of the evaluation, which includes a demonstration of the software and offer. Once it's completed, it will be determined which company will be awarded the contract.
So we're very optimistic that we'll be able to complete this process within maybe a month. Once that is completed and we get the Inter-American Development Bank's no objection, then we'll contract the company so that they can start working.
Data storage and privacy, according to the health minister, will be a critical component of the process.
Based on the new data protection law, there are certain requirements that we'll have to fulfill to make sure that patients' data would be protected properly.
The National Assembly in August 2023 passed the Data Protection Amendment Bill 2023, which aims to protect a person's right to privacy with respect to the processing of personal data. It provides for the regulation of collecting, storing, processing, use, and dissemination of personal data in accordance with the law. It provides for the regulation of collection, storing, processing, use, and dissemination of personal data in accordance with the law. Moreover, this data must be accurate and kept up to date and processed in a manner that ensures appropriate security. Tianoko reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Hi, my name is Keisha Davis. First of 4 siblings, I'm a mom of 3 and I'm an auditor.
My brother Tariq is a transgender man, which means he was born female but now lives as a man. He's always known himself to be.
He's great at math. I'm horrible. And he actually helps my 12-year-old daughter with her math. As soon as he gets home at night, he'll say, "Jazz, let's go. What would you like me to help you with?" She actually got a prize in school for full score at math and English. Tariq is my rock. Like, honestly, my confidant. No matter what it is, no matter how horrible it might look through others' eyes, he doesn't judge. And he is there to support me, to support my kids. I don't know what I would do without him.
Father's Day is here, and this Digicel has the perfect gift for dad. Get amazing discounts and gifts when you purchase a handset. Grab the Samsung A05 for just $19,500 or the Samsung A25 for $43,000. And that's not all. With every purchase, you'll receive a free 30-day data plan and a free month for dad. Don't miss out. Offer valid while stocks last. Visit a Digicel store today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
All the big bands, all the big names from all around the world. The return of the biggest chutney show, Clash of the Titans, June 22nd, the Guyana National Stadium, the ICC Cricket T20 World Cup weekend. This is Clash of the Titans. One big stage, one big night, over 7 big bands, over 40 artists performing June 22nd, the Guyana National Stadium. This is Clash of the Titans.
Step right into the vibrant heart of Guyana with HGP TV's freshest series, Inside Culture. Dive deep into the pulsating core of our spirited nation as we unravel the captivating stories embedded in our arts, music, sports, and beyond. A journey to nurture your soul and celebrate our rich heritage. Join us on HGP TV, where Inside Culture brings you closer to the heart and soul of Guyana, airing Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. and rebroadcasting on Sundays.
Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards and welcome to Monday's edition of the Regional News. We begin with news from Trinidad and Tobago. The Ministry of National Security says a new study by the United States Agency of International Development, USAID, on crime and criminality in Trinidad and Tobago will play a crucial role in formulating strategies to combat criminal gangs in the country. During a meeting on Monday, Minister of National Security Fitzgerald Hines was presented with the USAID Criminal Dynamic Study for TNT, along with its key findings. In a media release on Sunday, the Ministry of National Security said the comprehensive study offers critical insights and recommendations necessary for developing effective strategies to combat gang-related activities. The ministry said the event provided an opportunity for this country and the United States to strengthen their collaboration on shared crime and security concerns. American Ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago Candice Bond expressed optimism that the study would illuminate the root causes of gang activities in TNT and aid in the implementation of interventions designed to counter, disrupt, and dismantle gangs. Bond emphasized the importance of the United States' ongoing partnership with TNT, particularly through initiatives like the Caribbean Basin Security Initiative, recognizing the Caribbean as the U.S., quote, third border, unquote. During the meeting, Mervyn Farrow, USAID's regional representative for the Eastern and Southern Caribbean, reiterated its commitment to collaborating with the Ministry of National Security to address crime and violence, particularly through research supporting policy development. Hines welcomed the study, expressing gratitude to USAID and Ambassador Bond for their support in TNT's fight against crime. He also underscored the importance of violence intervention programs to bolster community resilience against crime and gangs. Just this week, the TTPS arrested 22 people in connection with gang-related activities. While in Barbados, submissions will continue next week when the resentencing hearing of convicted campus trends killer Jamar Dwayne Bino resumes before Justice Michelle Weeks. Bino, formerly of Headley's Land Bank Hall, St. Michael, was found guilty in July 2016 for the murder of 6 women: Shanna Griffith, Kellyanne Welch, Pearl Cornelius, Kelly Shaw Oliver, Nikita Belgrave, and Tiffany Harding. In the campus Trent's blaze on September 3, 2010, he had been ordered hanged for his actions but appealed his sentence and conviction. The Court of Appeal told him it had found no merit in the grounds and upheld the conviction. However, the Court of Appeal said since the mandatory sentence of death had been removed, the sentence would be vacated and the court would be remitting Bino's matter back to the High Court judge, who presided over the trial, for him to be resentenced. Senior counsel Andrew Pilgrim and attorney Sian Lange are representing Bino, while Deputy Director of Public Prosecutions Alison Seal, SC, is representing the state. Justice Michelle Weeks adjourned the matter until June 20. Finally, news from the Dominican Republic. Agents of the National Drug Control Directorate, DNCD, of the Dominican Republic have seized a shipment of cocaine that was destined for Australia. In a statement on Sunday, the NCD said it received a tip about contraband and went to the warehouses of a company located in the National District, where they confiscated 8 packages, which were disguised as sun protection sleeves. A search of the packages revealed the cocaine, which had a preliminary weight of 235 grams. The NCD said the drugs were sent by a man with an alleged address of Republica de Ecuador Street, National District, and would have been received by an individual in Australia. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. Thank you for watching. Do have a productive week. Until next time.
United States to provide support to Guyana to tackle illegal gun trade. Give up evil, be fervent in prayer, and draw closer to God is the message as the Muslim community celebrated Eid. Buxton Fowles, NDC chair, says residents affected by flooding as government continues to play politics. And Ministry of Health honors blood donors on World Blood Donor Day. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Aletha Grant. Thanks for watching.